So at sheet 4, guys, we're going to work with the data table now. So in the data table, as I've told you, we are going to work with the two inputs simultaneously to see the change in the output, right? And so let's get going. Let me make the sheet first of all. So I'm going to do sheet with respect to the quantity which I have been making in my company. So the first command, as of now, I have this, I've written quantity over here. As of now, it's 0. Next is the unit price, which I'm going to say maybe it is 4. Then I'm going to say fixed price. So let me just write in short form fixed price. And this is the data which I'm entering to be used further in my analysis. So let me just write, maybe randomly I write 38,000 over here. And then I have the unit cost also, which is maybe, oh, let me just write it over here. And then I write unit cost, which let me keep it as 3.5. Right? So this is the data which I have. I have the quantity, which as of now is 0. I can put the number also. I have the unit price as well. Let me put the number if you want. Let me put it 5. Oh, 5 is very less. Let me put it 100. So we have the unit price. We have the fixed cost, and we have the unit cost over here now. Let's talk about the revenue now. So we have the revenue, and revenue will be, as you know, it will be quantity multiplied by the unit price. So unit price is my quantity is B1, which is 100. That is the reason I wrote 0 over there, because I just thought that let me work around. So I have this B1 multiplied by the unit price, which is your B3. So I write B3 over here, and I have this result. And then this is the total income from the sale that you got by selling those 100 units. Then let me write the fixed cost and the variable cost. So the fixed cost we know is going to remain fixed. Variable cost will change with each unit that I am going to sell. So since the cost factor has to be subtracted from the revenue, I write this in the beginning in the negative sign. So I use the same data which I've written over there in B4 as minus 38,000. And similarly, VC will be your unit cost, which is 3.5, and the quantity is 100. So I'm going to write this as a formula again. So I say equal to B1 and multiplied by, since it is a cost, I'm going to take it as a negative number, because I'm going to do, when I calculate the whole income at the end, I want it to be subtracted automatically. So I say it's minus 3.5, and then I close the bracket. So I just see what I've done. Hey, I got it. So this is the revenue. This is the cost which I got. And oh, cost is so high and revenue is so less. So I don't want that. So let me increase it. Okay, I will just increase it. So the net profit I want to calculate, it should be the sum of all these numbers which I have written over here. So the net profit will come out to be, let me use, I can write function sum, I can use this also. So if you see, the net profit is coming out to be negative, right? And let me just bold these things which I have calculated. So I don't want to have this negative number, and I don't like to have this negative number. So what is the way out? So way out is that at the same time, what you can change. You can change the quantity sold, but that again depends on the price. Because if you have less price, simple economics, you're going to have more demand and it will be sold more. And if you have high price, you're going to sell less quantity, and automatically the net profit will be less as well. So the way out is that you're going to work simultaneously with the unit price and quantity at the same time to see the required change in the net profit. right? And we will see that how we can balance out our quantity and unit price in order to have the maximum profit that we are looking at, because fixed cost is something which can't change, it will remain same. Variable cost will depend on the quantities that we are selling. So as and when the quantities will change, automatically your fixed variable cost will also tend to change. All right. So next I'm going to make a matrix because I'm using two variables over here. So I have to first of all make a matrix with the help of the units sold. I'll write the heading over here. You can make a table separately. So horizontally I have this heading, and vertically I will write heading after I'm done with the table. Vertically I'm going to have the unit price which I want to work around with, right? So let me just write over here unit sold. Let's start with the 100 is very less, I believe. So let me start with the okay, let me just say 1000 and 2000, and let me just, I want to have the same increase in my matrix. So I want to have this particular, let me just do it till 19,000, right? And in vertically I'm going to have a unit price which as of now is 4. So let me see if the unit price is increased by let me increase by zero point 0.5, then 5, and then 5.5, and that's how. Let me just drag it down now so that I can actually see the increase till, let me make it more increase. It is 16.5. Okay, let me do it till 20. So I have 16.5, I have 17, I have 17.5, 18. I could have done it by dragging as well, but I love typing, so I'm typing it. So then we have 20. So it's at 17, 17.5. Oh, I did the error over here. It's 19, and then it's 19.5, and then we have the 20. That's the matrix which I have made over here, right? So I repeat again what I've done. I hope I'm clear what I'm doing, because you don't lose the step. Am I clear so far? I believe. So after making a matrix of two variables, which is unit sold and the unit price, I'm going to now write the net profit which I want to have. Now I've already made a sheet over there with me. So if I'm going to write over here the value which I have in B10, because that is the value which I want to work with, right? So as of now it's negative, but I'm going to see how this particular value can be increased or decreased by working on the matrix. So I just repeat the steps what I've done. I have first of all make this sheet with certain formulas, and I've written some numbers also over here, and then I've made the matrix because that is needed for two inputs or two variables that we are using. So the two variables are the units sold. Let me just bold it so that you can write. And vertically we have a variable by the unit price, which is this, which was 4. Let me bold this as well. These are the inputs which I'm using. You can write over here as well. This is the input which I have here. So let me just bold it so that you can actually see. And this is the output which I got earlier with my, some working. And now I'm going to do the same working with the help of the goal, with the help of what if analysis. In goal seek, remember, we were doing working with one variable. But now with the data table, we have the option of working with the two variables. All right. So let me go back to my screen. And now what I do, I select this particular matrix which I have selected, and I select the whole matrix which I want to be filled with the values through this processing with the help of a data table. All right. So I go at the top and I see that the whole matrix has been selected by me. So then I go to the data. In data, I go to the what if analysis, and now I select data table, right? So the data table, if you see, will give you this pop-up window with the two inputs. Remember, in the earlier one, in the goal seek, we were only giving one input, and it had another, entry, which was not the input that it was taking. It was only asking us by changing, and then automatically it was setting a profit to a certain level. But in this case, it is asking us to input two values. So first is the row input, which is nothing but the quantity which I want to change, and second is the column input, which is nothing but the price which I want to change. So in the row input, I say, I'm going to have the quantity sold. So let me select this, and in the column, I say the unit price. All right, I repeat again what I've done. If I just delete that, I have just gone to the data. In data, I've gone to what if analysis. In that, I've gone to data table. And here it is asking me for the two inputs. So for the first input, I give the quantity which I want to change. And the second, I give the this unit price which I want to change. All right. And then I'm going to press OK. And then let's see what change it gives us for the matrix that we have made just now. So let me press OK, and you can see in front of you in just 1 second, the whole matrix has been filled by certain numbers, right? And there you can see the different combinations of the units sold. Let me just highlight that so that you can actually make out the combinations of the unit sold and the unit price. Now just imagine if you have to do the same thing manually. I'm very sure it will take you maybe more than 2-3 hours if you are, even if you're very good with numbers and you're very good with the manual calculation, right? But I suppose in today's time, when we have technology, when we have these new techniques, it's always advisable to use a technique to save your time and get the result there and then. So if I just interpret the result that I've got with me, you see that with 1,000 unit that I sell at a unit price of just 4, I'm going to get this negative profit. So if I want the same price at 4, I actually can't have positive profit. Because if you see, till 19,000, it is giving me a negative profit. So it is a fair enough indication to you that you have no, and the same thing if you see is being done till 5 rupees. So till the unit price of 5, we have this as the negative. Only we are having at 5.5 as a break even. But as an entrepreneur, we don't just settle with a break even result. We want something more, because as an entrepreneur, we want to have more profit and we want to have more success. And that is only possible when you increase the price maybe from 5.5 to 6. And even in the sixth category, if you see, the positive profit starts coming only when you increase your units sold from 1,000 to 16,000.